For the past year, the Celtic FC Foundation base here at Celtic Park has been home to the Paradise Recovery Café in partnership with Sisco Recovery, a safe space for those with addictions to engage in sustainable recovery and find out about pathways into housing, education and employment. You're about to hear from Lee Howell, a recovering drug addict and former Sisco employee who helped with the setup of the Paradise Recovery Café. Lee's own personal story highlights the need for initiatives like this, and also how the Celtic name can go a long way in getting those in need through the door.
It's overwhelming. It's a lonely place. Trust, connection, you don't have a lot of it generally. And I actually cried out. I knew something had to change. There is help there, it is possible. I know it's possible because it's my experience, I live it. And the brand of Celtic already provides that to so many disadvantaged people. A recovery cafe is a place where people that may be struggling with addiction can come to. They can find a place of connection. Learn something maybe about addiction and what it is that's going on for them. A recovery cafe can and does get set up anywhere. There's lots of them about, but I think what makes this one extra special is the fact that it is in Celtic Park and the power that the Celtic, the badge has in the community. Again, if you're talking from my own experience going through that lifestyle, trust, connection, you don't have a lot of it generally when you live in that lifestyle, and the Celtic badge and the brand of Celtic already provides that to so many disadvantaged people. I mean, there's many pathways to recovery. Ideally, we would love everyone to be clean and giving them somewhere safe, where they feel safe, where they can connect, where they can come and be around other like-minded people. Some of them might be clean, others, like myself, may be in long-term recovery, and then there'll be others as well who are still striving to reach that. And I think that's what makes it work, having that variation of people. I was caught in active addiction for 2 decades. And by the end I had nobody. I didn't even really have a place to live. I was living in a tent. I felt disconnected from a very young age. It's something I knew quite early on that there was something different about me. I found it really difficult to make friends. I felt judged. I felt separate from everybody else. And when I did use a substance, it removed all of that and it gave me the ability to be the person that I felt like I was missing. I was injecting a lot of heroin on a daily basis. I was sleeping in a tent and I was a street beggar. And it was a lonely place. It was a lonely, lonely place when you're at the point where you're walking down the street and you can't physically hold your head up because you're afraid of people making eye contact with you. You can't hold a conversation. You can't really do anything without having some form of substance in your body. I remember the moment where I decided that I'd had enough. It's like I'd woken up out of a 20-year coma, and I remember asking myself, how's this become of my life? That was the point when I knew something had to change. So it was things like, the Paradise Recovery Café that gave me a footing and started to slowly develop and build my confidence up, and I got used to having conversations. I got used to being able to look people in the eye. I realised that not everyone was a threat and out to get me, and I started to learn about what it was that was going on with me, and I started to recover. I've got an amazing life, and another consequence of my using was that I didn't have the ability to be a father to my children. I have 3 children, 3 sons, and I didn't have the ability to look after myself, let alone my children. And now in recovery, I've managed to start to build on those relationships, and I've got consistent relationships with my 3 boys now. My brother, we didn't talk for 10 years, and last year I walked him down the aisle at his wedding. So I have peace. Take a leap of faith. There is help there, it is possible. I know it's possible because it's my experience, I live it. If you don't feel like you can do it on your own, reach out, and there's always people there to help and support you on those first steps.
If you're interested in finding out more about the many Celtic FC Foundation projects and initiatives on offer, please visit celticfcfoundation.com, email cfcfoundation@celticfc.co.uk or call 0141 551 4321. Celtic FC Foundation can also be found across various social media platforms.